conjugating. A little extra help. All right, so if you are having trouble with conjugating, you need to look at both of these charts. You need to use the pronoun chart to figure out what the verb ending is going to be. So this is going to kind of give you a clue as to what the ending of the verb is going to be. All right, so let's look at this. When talking about yourself, what pronoun do you use? Yo. And the verb ending for that will be O. So anytime you use yo, the verb ending is going to be O. When talking to someone, you're going to use tu. And the verb ending for tu is as. When talking about one person or one thing, you're going to either use él or ella. That's he or she. And usted is you formal. The verb ending for this square is a. When talking about oneself and others, like you and someone else, that's nosotros, we. And the verb ending is going to be amos. We're not going to do the vosotros form. When talking about one person or one thing, the verb is ellos, ellas, or ustedes, and the verb ending is an. Excuse me, I said the verb. I meant to say the pronoun is ellos, ellas, or ustedes. Ellos would be for a group of guys or a group of guys and girls. Ellas would be for just a group of girls. And ustedes would be for you plus someone. Or y'all. That's the way you would say y'all. All right, if I gave you a little flip chart, what you're going to do is put this information on the outside of the chart. And then this is going to go on the inside so that when you open up the cover, you see the O. All right, that's how you're going to use that. All right, excuse that part. Right now, we're going to practice conjugating, okay? Let's look at our sentence. Juan hablar por teléfono. We have to remember that whenever a verb ends in AR, it's in the infinitive or its original form, and it means to talk. So we don't want to say Juan to talk on the phone. We want to change the verb so that it says Juan talks on the phone. So what I'm going to do first is ask myself, what is my subject? Or who is doing the action? Who is talking on the phone? Hopefully you said Juan. Yes, Juan is talking on the phone. Now what I can do right here is ask myself, what pronoun takes the place of Juan, which would be he. And so now I know where to go on this chart because it's always going to be in the same square. You see how that works? So my verb ending is going to be a. So I'm going to start with hablar, but in order to make the verb, I'm going to have to drop the AR and add the correct ending, which is a. And that's what you have to do every time. All right, let's look at the next one. Yo estudiar en la noche. What is the subject? The subject is yo. Who's doing the studying? I am. So I look up here at yo, and then I find the verb ending that corresponds to yo, which is o. So I'm going to drop the AR and add o. And that will give me estudio. Mis amigos y yo. What is the action that we're doing? Escuchar música. Who is the subject? What is the subject? Or who is doing the action is a better question to ask yourself. Who's doing the action? Mis amigos y yo. Okay, where's that on the chart? Well, first of all, I see mis amigos. I know that's plural. And then it has y yo. So I have to be on the plural side of the chart, right? I'm definitely on the plural side of the chart. It's going to be between these two. So which one includes me? That would be nosotros. Anytime you see y yo, that means and I, which means that it must have been someone else and I. And that's always going to be nosotros. So which verb ending do we want to use? The same spot on the other chart, amos. It's going to drop the AR on escuchar and put the amos. Ellas necesitar una lámpara. Remember, necesitar means to need. We don't want to say they to need. We want to say they need. So what is my subject? Ellas. Look, ellas is already on the chart right here. Ellas. So where is it? On the other chart. In the same exact square, just on the other chart. On. So we are going to drop the AR and add on. All right, let's look at Manuel and Lisa. What's my subject? Or who is doing the action? Manuel and Lisa are doing the action. Do you notice how the subject always comes right before the verb? Are you noticing that? So whenever you want to look for the subject, you can look right before the verb. Is my subject singular or plural? It's obviously plural because I have two people, Manuel and Lisa. So I already know that I'm on the plural side of the chart. So this and this are not for me. Now let's look at my verb, preparar. If I'm on the plural side of the chart, I need to ask myself, am I included? What is the cue that's going to include me? Y yo. So does it say y yo? Nope. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about Manuel and Lisa. So where is that on the chart? We know it's not here, so it has to be here. And just so you know, the pronoun for Manuel and Lisa would be ellos, or they. And here it is, on. We're going to drop the AR and add our verb ending, which is on. Preparan. Okay, if you're still having trouble with this, you can come after school.